Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Long Live the Queen. Try number 2. Well, last time we passed a lot of checks. We noticed that the court manners check involving that one pervert guy was hinting at marriage with what's her name, Elodie. And we actually passed a bunch of checks that I wasn't expecting to take. And passing those checks and just overall the ways we handled the Ixian stuff and the ball gave us a little bit more information about why the king is acting the way he is, though I don't entirely believe it. It's still a little bit of a long shot, I think. So what we're going to go ahead and work on next is foreign intelligence and keep on working on intrigue, because I don't want to fail those checks. I want to try to see if I can pass them so I can work with them for the next few checks that will be coming up. I believe we're going to have that one issue where we have to decide where the kid goes. And last time we did that, we sent him to his grandfather, and he ended up getting assassinated, and then soon after that we got killed by bandits. So I'm going to keep working on intrigue first. If there's enough time, I will try to work on archery and agility, and see if I can get that going up. So for right now, let's go ahead and go to classes. We're going to go ahead and do foreign intelligence. Get that going. We're probably not going to pass. We're probably not going to get high enough to get past any checks, but I'm going to try. Also, do I have another outfit? Yeah, I have a tea dress. I completely forgot that I had unlocked a dress that we hadn't used before, which is the conversational one. We don't really need it though, so I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the royal demeanor. I'll probably switch it to the intrigue outfit once I get the Ciphering up. So we'll try to get that going. So foreign intelligence. Let's do this. The current Duke of Sedna is 26 years old and unmarried. He might be considered a good marriage prospect for you if you desire strong ties with the domain of Talis. The domain of Sanjia, across the sea to the west, has been steadily increasing in size and now controls a wide range of coastline, as well as most of the navigatable rivers. The political disruption in Tombula in recent years has caused a disruption in their chocolate production, which is to the benefit of Nova, particularly the Duchy of Kigal. No, the chocolate! It is the time of year to decide any necessary adjustments to the royal budget. The majority of the money we receive is already spoken for, but there is always room for discretion. Failed in counting? I really don't understand all these numbers. We're going to keep them the same, because we haven't really been spending our money. In fact, we haven't spent any money at all, so we're going to go ahead and keep them the same. I think they're fine as they are. As you wish. Alright, mood-wise, I believe we're still willful? Yes. Is there any other things I can use to get intrigue? No, there is not. Alright. So what I'm going to probably keep on doing is alternating my moods between pressured and cheerful, just to keep them balanced. So we need something that makes us depressed. That makes us depressed. It also makes us afraid. I'll stay angry though. Lonely and cheerful. There's not very many things that gives us pressure as the problem. That's the major problem here. This will drop down to that. Make us depressed and pressured. Okay, we're in good shape. We can at least swap over to angry easily enough now. So I can also increase it just by, doing one angry here. I really wish I could just pick something that doesn't do anything. Depressed and afraid. No, we don't want that. Lonely and afraid. Yeah, it looks like lonely and afraid is going to be our only... Wait, that's afraid, isn't it? No, I don't want to be afraid. Actually, it's fine. We'll do that. So, lonely and afraid. Or we can do depressed and afraid. Yeah, it's fine. We'll visit the tomb. You pay your respects to your mother's tomb and wonder if the same fate is waiting for you. Alright. So, we'll do classes again. We're gonna go ahead and we're still, well, let's make sure we still have the bonuses. So we're gonna go on to Ciphering. So, Ciphering. Get that going. You practice reading words whose letters have been arranged in reverse order, the simplest of transpositions, which anyone literate can puzzle through if they try, but sometimes it's useful to hide information. I don't know what that word is. Maybe someday I'll take the effort to see if I can decipher it, but my experience with ciphers is very limited. I've only messed around with Caesar ciphers. You practice shifting substitution ciphers, where each letter is replaced by one a few steps further along the alphabet so that cake and pie become junk. That's a Caesar cipher. You practice random substitution ciphers, where the normal alphabet is replaced by one in jumbled order. This is hard to decode, but most people need a written substitution chart to read or write it, and that chart can be lost or stolen. You unlock a new outfit. You are requested to stand in judgment. A man has been convicted of the murder by strangling of his wife. He does not deny the act, but requests a pardon that he might be set free. If you admit you killed your wife, why do you think I'm going to set you free? Save me, your majesty. It wasn't my fault. Demons made me do it. Everyone knows the power of magical beasties. They used me. They twisted my fingers into chains. My wife found me screaming. She tried to shake me, and the chains wrapped around her. I need the priestesses to bless me and make me clean again. I failed the sense magic check. Demons, that make you attack people? Is that even possible? I think I pardoned him initially. I'm gonna go ahead and just imprison him, because I don't have any information. Well, actually, I can send him and see if that helps. Now we'll imprison him. Whether there were demons or not, you still killed a woman, your wife. I won't forgive you for that. You will be imprisoned for the rest of your life. He opens his mouth to argue with you further, but then his shoulders slump. Yes, your majesty. Hopefully that was the right thing to do. Alright, right now, okay, we're a bit more angry, and that's about it. So we can go ahead and afford to do some more. Well, we can do -1 angry if we really want to, but that's not something I want to do. Let's do willful. Okay, so that's +1. Okay, I don't want to do that either. Depressed and afraid again. What's cheerful? Lonely and cheerful. I'll just do this. There we go. Take a little walk. Alright, so we can switch our outfit now. We can go ahead and take the cat suit. Which, it wouldn't be so bad except for the ridiculous monocle here. But whatever. So, now we get +10 to everything, which is something I kind of wanted. I should have done sooner on my previous playthrough. Because we don't really need to worry about our royal demeanor at the moment, I don't think. So, I'm going to go ahead and work on Internal Affairs and Foreign Intelligence some more. So, classes, Internal Affairs, Foreign Intelligence. I'm going to work on them both at the same time, hopefully that'll help. The Duke of Mari has paid suit to the Duchess of Ursula to no avail. The Duchess's brother is opposed, as he will inherit if she dies childless. Your agents suspect the Duchess of Ursula is actually more interested in the Duchess of Hellas. Neither has ever been linked to a man. Countess Leek of Dees married the old Duke of Sudbury, who has more than twice her age, then divorced him as soon as she bore him an heir in order to marry another. It was considered shockingly rude by the general nobility, but the old Duke apparently had no objection. Since their recent revolution, the Tombolins have twice begun gathering troops on the northern border. Both times their camps were struck by fierce storms and earthquakes, and they decided to give up on the idea. Pirates are once again operating out of Orcus, although they are currently sticking to the northern seas and no threat to Nova. However, if they turn to slave raids, the Borleans may be quite vulnerable. You receive word that the murderer you condemned to prison has escaped. A large explosion rocked the jail he was in, destroying the walls and setting many dangerous criminals free. It will now fall to the Royal Treasury to repair the damage. Joy. So, don't imprison him. He was apparently possessed. Whatever. We'll deal with it later. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure it took the money out of there. Right now we're +1 willful. I kind of want to see how much it cost us, so let's do that. 9,745. Okay, so we lost about 200 or so. About 200 to 300. Not bad. Alright. Classes. Want to keep on working on the same stuff. Countess of Dees is now married to the disinherited third sibling of the Duke of Mari and the Duchess of Hellas. Currently, both Duke and Duchess are unwed. If either dies without heir, a title may still pass to the Countess' husband. Several generations back, the rulers of Elath and Sedna and neighboring Telasi married. The citizens of Elath objected to this foreign influence, and the resulting heir died in suspicious circumstances, after which the title was passed to a distant branch of the family rather than another child of the Elath-Sedna union. Awesome, we're up to 80 now. Agents who have visited Boreas report that all known Lumen shamans seem to have no magical powers at all and perform their ritual displays with show and trickery. Rumor has it that the mother and older sister of the last Duchies of Elath were assassinated 20 years ago by the agents of Sedna, which is why she, as sole remaining heir, was married off so young. Rumor has it that the Prince of Terax was humiliated by the public disillusion of his betrothal to an heiress after she declared him a coward. I regret to inform you that Fabian, the Earl of Titan and Duke of Elath, has passed away. This isn't really a surprise. He was pretty old. The problem is the political implications. With the control of Elath in doubt, it falls to the crown to make decisions. Young Lord Adar will not reach his 15th birthday for over 2 years. He requires a regent. His stepmother, Eris, the Duchess of Lilla, has petitioned that the boy be left in her care. This would, however, leave her in personal control of 2 neighboring duchies, which is generally forbidden. Novan history success. Not to mention that she's closely related to the Duchess of Mead and the Duke of Kigal. She could control almost the entire eastern half of Nova. People already call her Nova's other queen. Partial success. Duchess Eris' previous husband was supposed to be a nasty piece of work. So... Eris... Okay, so probably shouldn't do anything with Eris. He may even have attacked Adar's mother before her untimely death. He's gone now, of course, but she's still the sort of woman who married a monster. The boy does have a living grandfather, the Earl of Ishtar, or you might appoint an unrelated noble to act in his stead. The Earl of Ishtar has suggested another possibility. You and Adar are both young, but not too far apart in age. He requests that we accept the boy as your future husband and keep him here at the castle. So, we can leave him with Eris, which is not a good idea. I don't know what the implications of sending to the uncle is. We can send him to the grandfather, but what will end up happening there is he'll probably die, and then we have to do something else. Or we can marry him, but screw that marrying crap. We're gonna go ahead and send him to his grandfather, even though I know the result. The Earl of Ishtar is the closest blood relation to Adar that Adar has. He should be regent. As you wish. And there's a cat in front of me. Yes, kitty, you're adorable. Alright, I need something to get rid of some of this willfulness, so let's do that. Lonely, cheerful. Yeah, the big issue is now I'm becoming way more lonely. It's really annoying. Willful and angry? No, I don't want that. Actually, we might do that. Willful and angry. It's gonna be annoying, but it'll work. You sneak a peek at some of the luckless peasants, held in dungeons, petty thieves and troublemakers, now suffering in the dark. They're obviously bad people, but seeing them so miserable still feels unfair. There must be a better way. Well, there's not too many in there now, because there's a freaking hole blown into it. Alright. Skills-wise. Alright, so we're pretty much good on our stuff, to be honest. What we can go ahead and do is finish up Ciphering, and then I'll be completely done with Intrigue. I can switch over to Anger and start working on weapons again. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and save. I'm going to save here. I'm going to call this try 2-3. Okay, return, and let's go ahead and do some classes. We're going to go ahead and work purely on Ciphering and getting that done. You practice complex transposition ciphers where messages are written down in columns or lines and then reorganized into scrambled words. That means that both an encoded and a plaintext written copy exists, which can be insecure. You practice adding code to your ciphers, that is, replacing words with other words, such as handle for Duke, before changing the letters in the message. You memorize special cipher alphabets where each letter is replaced by a symbol. Once these are memorized, you will not need to write down cipher sheets, and if the symbols do not look like letters, they can be hidden in decorations. This pretty much takes care of all our issues now. We're pretty much maxed out on ciphering with this outfit on. You study an ancient book that has a list of thousands of words and pictograms for each of them. In the past, they were used for important messages, but only trained bards could effectively memorize enough symbols to handle the codes efficiently. You learn to manipulate special boxes and jewelry with secret compartments to hide messages. A rare few have locks almost as complicated as the ciphers themselves. You learn that the more you use a code, the easier it is for enemies to break it. The most secure cipher is one that is only used for a single message. There's a woman here to see you. She's a musician and wishes Count patronage, which means money. Your Royal Highness, if you accept me as a member of your court, I will immortalize you in word and song. I have dabbled in musical styles from many countries, and can entertain your guests and enlighten your evenings. For intelligent success, the Queen of Sanjia was taken in by a magician who turned out to be after her crown. For intelligence failed, musicians are often used as secret agents and messengers. They can be useful and dangerous. The musician sings a little ditty to demonstrate her skills with the lute. Failed that. She's actually pretty good. I want to accept her, because that's going to be bad. Very well, you can remain as part of the court. I will do my best for you. I'm hoping to catch her, if she actually is a, you know. Alright, we're super duper willful now. We need to fix that, so I want to go ahead and attend court. And now we're angry. So our skills are now this. We're going to go ahead and work on archery next. So let's go classes. We're going to go weapons, archery. Because I want to go to a birthday party, duh. You learn how to twist and wax bowstrings from a variety of fibers. You learn to cut, fletch, and tie arrows. You learn about different styles and sizes of bows, long, short, and recurved. You receive a letter from young Lord Adair. It's an extremely formal letter for such a little boy, thanking you for your wisdom in allowing him to live with his grandfather, who probably dictated every word he wrote. Aw, isn't that sweet. Okay, so we need to... Can we still work with the yielding stuff? Yes, that will work. That actually works rather well for us. Because our stuff needs to be closer to the middle, so I can manipulate it a bit better. So I'll go ahead and attend court, and that should fix most of our issues. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and... yeah, we'll work on that. So I want to go ahead and go classes. We're going to work on pole arms next. Just so I can be able to increase swords and archery. So there we go. You learn about the variety of long weapons, from the quarterstaff to the spear to the halberd and the glaive. You practice walking while carrying a long weapon, getting the feel for its size and weight, and learning to maneuver without banging it into anything unintentionally. You learn the basic stances, grips, and positions for staff fighting, and how to block a blow without crushing your fingers. You unlocked a new outfit. Logistics and trade failed. You start staring up into the sky out your window. You notice a strange flash of light. Divination failed. A falling star. Pretty. Getting some weird frame rate. Oh well. Mood. Okay, we're pretty much good here. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of some of that anger. We're gonna attend service. And now we can do some more class. Oh, we'll go ahead and show off the new outfit. We got ourselves a tabard. That's okay, I guess. It's kind of like a musketeer type outfit. I was kind of expecting like actual armor. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the catsuit, and we're gonna go ahead and do some more classes. We're gonna go ahead and work on our I think I want to work on sword some more, to be honest. But I'm gonna go ahead and save again, just in case. Because if I die in the same place, I'm gonna probably load save. So what are our skills right now? Yeah, sword. Yeah, it works. So classes, we're gonna go ahead and work on swords, because I like swords. Even though I have yet to use them. You practice using your blade to disarm opponents or shove them backwards. You spar with a partner, trading blows while looking for openings to tag each other. Wow, I'm already up to 90. Alright. You begin to work with the metal blade, getting the feel for its weight and edge, as well as learning how to care for it. You practice drawing your blade and striking at short notice from a variety of positions. You learn techniques for thrusting your blade through armor to disable or kill your opponent. I have unpleasant news to report. Adar, the son of Elodie, yeah, he's dead. What? He was shot with a crossbow while playing on the grounds of his grandfather's estate. How did this happen? Where were the guards? This is not the first time such events have happened within the realm of Ishtar. The Earl of Ishtar's first wife and oldest daughter also died under mysterious circumstances. Born intelligent success. Officially an accident, but there were rumors it was agents from Talis. Then his other daughter married young and died giving birth to Adar. With Adar dead, the only family he has left is his second wife and their son Connor, who's 15. So I can blame people, but I'm kind of in no position to do so. I don't have any proof. I mean, I do have information. There's definite motive, but I don't have any proof. No matter what we do, things keep going worse, and I'm getting messages. Alright, give me one moment. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry, I clicked on the screen. It caused it to go to the next one, but you already saw it before, so. Then there's the matter of the Duchy of Elath. My beloved, the nearest living heir is Talaris, the Duke of Sedna, and Talis. Eternal affair success. A long time ago, there were marriages between the leaders of Elath and Sedna. That's his ancestry. But the people of Elath did not want a Duke of foreign blood. There were revolts. The title of Duke of Elath was passed to a distant relative instead of Talaris' ancestor. Elath is a major duchy. You cannot afford to lose control of it. Production failed. Name a Novan heir. We can delay. So the issue is, technically it should be a Talaris heir, but we also, if we give it a Talaris heir, we pretty much lose control of that area. We don't have any influence over it anymore because it won't be a Novan area. If we do a Novan heir, it's gonna piss off some other people. We're gonna go ahead and delay. I don't want to make any decision about succession right now. For the moment, put it under the direct control of the crown. I'll sort it out later. That's a power play, I guess, too. Alright, so we're angry. Everything's a lot more balanced now, which is good. Let's go ahead and just become a little bit more angry. Yeah, thrill of competition. Alright, classes. Skills. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on archery next, just so I don't get killed by arrows. Hopefully they'll save us some heartache later. So classes, archery, done. You learn how about carrying for your bow, how to store it between uses, string and unstring, and check for damage or wear. You also learn you should never fire a bow without an arrow on the string. In other words, you're not supposed to, don't just randomly flick your the bowstring, because it wears it out. You strap it on protective gear and practice gripping, drawing, and anchoring the bow before finally loosing a shot. You practice shooting at clearly marked targets across a flat field. You practice shooting at targets of different shapes and sizes in mixed terrain. You practice long-distance shooting, setting arrows into the ground at different ranges. My lady, there are letters for you. Another letter from Brienne. Why does she keep writing me? We were never really even friends. She says she's bored and lonely, and she's looking forward to seeing me at Gwenella's birthday party. That's right, Gwenella's about to turn 15. She'll be Duchess of Sudbury for real now. This other letter must be my invitation to our birthday celebration next week. Gwenella and I were friends at school, and this will be a big event, but it's also a long way to travel. A lot of things can happen on the road. Alright, this is what happens when we got screwed over last time. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to this thing, and we'll see how it goes. So go. It'll be good to see my friends. How's my mood? I am pretty balanced at the moment. Alright, what can work on agility? It'll be afraid. There's also athletics. What skills were with athletics? I do not remember. Looks like we're going to be a little bit in trouble because I can't get to afraid fast enough. I can become willful again, but that's not... Well, yeah, we'll work with that. Alright, so what we need to do is become afraid some more. So lonely and afraid. Yeah, that'll work. Do some exploring. There you go, and I believe we're now Yeah, we're still angry. So let's go ahead and go to classes. Or actually, let's look at our skills. So right now we kind of maxed out everything except pole arms. So I'm not going to worry too much about pole arms at the moment. I do need to start working on agility, but that's going to be a kind of a pain to get set up. What we can work on, though, is... well, we can work on economics anytime we want, but I'll go ahead and start working on some military stuff, I guess, and see if that can help. Strategy, naval strategy, and logistics. That's iffy. Alright, we'll go classes. We're going to start learning about military strategy. Well, we'll learn the logistics. You learn about the types and amounts of food required for an army on the march, and how long they will remain edible. You study the kinds of equipment that soldiers need available, such as bedding, weapons, armor, medicine, and bandages and the tools to repair anything damaged. You study different kinds of transport: animals, wagons, sledges, ships, boats, and boots. On your journey to Sudbury, your carriage is attacked by bandits. Archery plus reflex is success. You hear the distinctive sound of incoming arrows just in time to push yourself away from the window and avoid being shot. From the screens outside, not all your guards have been as lucky. The attackers scatter as soon as your forces show signs of resistance, vanishing into the woods. The rest of your troops passes without incident, but you can't help jumping at shadows. Gwinnell's party is lovely, not nearly as glamorous as your own upcoming birthday will be, of course, but it's still a major event on the noble social calendar. Anyone is present. Yay, we made it! So we passed the check, which is good. Uncle Laurent and your younger cousins are here, but Charlotte and her mother are not. Apparently Charlotte was ill. Eris, the Duchess of Lilla, is present, but she somehow always manages to avoid talking to you when you draw near. I think that's the one I pissed off. There are refreshments and dancers and musicians and polite conversation, and one or two not so polite. Leak Countess Adis. Whoa, that stuff goes off the page. Anyway, Countess Adis, age 35, former husband, Yannick, Duke of Sudbury, deceased. New husband, Bennett, Earl Consort of Dees. Daughter, Gwinnell, Duchess of Sudbury, age 15. Son, Essiet, age 8. Divorced her first husband as soon as she gave birth to his heir, Gwinnell. Married Bennett. Oops, sorry. Will not be shoved aside. Mother, it's my domain now. I need space for myself. You have your own lands to manage. Duchess of Sudbury. This is the birthday girl here. Mother Alik, Countess of Dees. Yannick, Duke of Sudbury. Bennett, Earl Consort of Dees. And half-brother is Essiet. Or Ansiet. Just because you're of age doesn't mean you know everything, young lady. You need my advice. This is my home. It has never been yours. Before you can back away, their gazes fall on you. They wait expectantly for you as near queen to settle the dispute. Flattery failed. I'm gonna go ahead and side with Gwinnell. You heard her. She's an adult now, and she's in charge here. Thank you. Is this what your father will face upon your coronation? Cast aside without another word. He's not going to like hearing that, is he? A bit later, Brittany catches up with you. This is the one that's been sending us letters. Heir to the Duchy of Mead, mother is Corisande, Duchess of Mead, father Ignatius, Duke of Consort of Mead, I'm not going to remember all these names, brother Noel, grandmother Eris, Duchess of Lila, maternal uncle Kevin, Earl of Lowe, maternal aunt Charmian, Duchess Consort of Kigal, and paternal aunt Juliana, Duchess of Ursel. Wow. Hello, Elodie. It's so wonderful that you're going to be queen now. I mean, I am sorry about your mother. Thanks. But think of the opportunities you're going to have. You're so lucky. That's an odd way of putting it. I think I still have arrows in my carriage. Anyway, I was wondering, now that you're almost queen and everything, have they told you all the secrets? What secrets? Like how to get into the old palace. I've heard it's packed full of treasure. Old palace? I failed Nova history. That's okay. The one at Catherine Lake, where the kings and queens of Nova used to live. I don't know anything about it. Oh. She bites her lips and frowns at you. Well, never mind that. She walks away, so much for wanting to talk to you. At the end, you all share a pleasant meal and prepare to return to your various lands. And I didn't get attacked. Okay, well, we're now depressed. What's that even give me? That gives me expression and animal handling. I don't want any of that. Is there anything that makes me like super afraid? Like ridiculously afraid, possibly? Mine's depressed. That makes me depressed and afraid. That doesn't work. God, there's just not much that makes you afraid in this, is there? Well, I don't really need to worry about it because I'm past the checks, I guess. So what am I right now? I'm willful. We'll stick with it. Let's go ahead and just work on getting rid of this depression. Alright, so we're still willful. We got a bunch of skills we can work on. We can work on Lumen, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with the military stuff. We're going to go ahead and do some classes. We're going to learn about naval strategy. Well, we'll learn strategy, then naval strategy. You study the strengths and weaknesses of different weapons and battle formations. You study the effects of battle stress on troops and how morale can turn the tide of combat. You study military recruitment and the importance of training and motivation and making soldiers who can trust and depend on each other. Duchess of Leela has sent you a gift. What's this? It's a cushion finely embroidered with the design of a running horse. It's well done and clearly required hours and hours of needlework, but is also fairly useless. Come to think of it, we didn't ever get that letter that was like insulting to us and like flew out the window. So you can see that stuff does change based off of how you handle things. That's nice, I guess. And there was no checks, or none that I saw. So we'll go ahead and keep working on making ourselves less depressed. There we go. And let's do one more. Why not? Let's go ahead and save though. We'll save under this one. Turn. So far we've gone farther. That's a bonus. Classes, naval strategy. You learned that the sea is not something you hold, it is something you travel across. Naval strategy ensures your free travel while denying it to your enemies. You study different kinds of ships, their names, designs, and the number of crew needed for each. You study different kinds of ships, their speed, maneuverability, and standard complement of weapons. You learn about the requirement for all civilized sailors to rescue the crew of a sinking ship, even an enemy. You unlock a new outfit. The Duchess of Mead is here to see you, my lady. Ah. Coruscant. Aris. Her mother is Aris, Duchess of Leela. Father is deceased. Brother is Kevin, Earl Lowe, who probably doesn't like us. Husband, Ignatius, Duke Consort of Mead. Sister, Charmian. Daughter, Brienne, son, Noel. Her elder half-brother is Hyacinth of Duke of Mead before her, but Hyacinth died without heirs before his death. Hyacinth was scandalously involved with Paulus, the old Duke of Ursel, Igneus's father, whatever that means. Hello, Elodie. I'm sorry to trouble you, but have you seen Brienne? Uh-oh. Not since the party last week. She shakes her head. She's gone missing. She's not at school where she should be. I know she was unhappy, but I never expected. She was asking questions at the party about the old Novan Palace, but then she wandered off. I'm sorry, I really didn't know. Oh no. Oh, Brienne, what have you done? She hurries out of the room without even bothering to say farewell. So that was something to do with that junk. Anyway. Well, we're all pretty much even. We can't even visit anything, so we have no negative traits right now. So what can I work on? I could try to become more lonely, I guess. That's always fun. Lonely and cheerful. We'll do that. Loneliness will give you boosts to conversation and medicine, so though there's actually other skills that give you bonuses to those particular skills. Alright. Why not? We'll do one more. We'll do classes. We got a new outfit. Uniform. There we go. Nice little military uniform there. But I'm gonna go ahead and stick with the catsuit. At the very least, I'll pass those intrigue checks. So, we're going to do some quick classes. We're going to learn about logistics. We're going to be awesome at logistics. You learn more about the support costs created by support. The more equipment you have, the more people and animals are needed to move them, and then those people and animals also need to be fed and equipped. You learn about the difficulty of obtaining new supplies from the field. Enemy civilians may hide or destroy supplies rather than let them fall into your hands, and friendly civilians may not stay friendly if robbed. just like that, we're up to 80 already. You study how to determine when to jettison or destroy excess goods for speed and how to avoid overreaching. You learn about how to calculate enemy war preparations based on the movement of goods within their lands. Armies do not spring up full-formed overnight. You study the benefits of looting as a troop motivator versus the negative effect on civilian population. As you're walking through the As you are walking through the Great Hall, a freak gust of wind suddenly blows out all the candles in the room. How strange. There must be an open window somewhere. Good old divination. Alright, so, did you work on Lonely and Afraid? Depressed and Afraid. We'll do Visit the Tomb. Alright, so looking at our skills, we're getting there. I'm gonna keep working on military stuff. I do know that towards the end there's going to be some big military conflicts. You don't exactly need military to get through it, though. You can try diplomacy and stuff like that, but for right now I'm kind of just going to focus on military, because, why not? I have swords. So, let's go ahead and save. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Long Live the Queen, try number 2. Hopefully we'll keep getting further and further. See you guys next time.